Start streaming and stop recording and start recording, stop streaming buttons are way too close to each other, for the record. Okay. Here we go. It starts in 3, 2, 1.
Delighted. And how do they make the pastry so crisp, yes?
I hate to say this twice in one meal, but horse's ass.
The Morning Stream, Monkey Wannabe.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to TMS. It is the 24th of April, 2024. 2424, baby.
Yeah, it's 42424.
42424,
Scott.
This is the best one, I think.
It is the best one, yeah.
Of all those, you know?
It's, yeah.
And it's a hump day, which, you know, is good. We like Wednesdays. Wednesdays are fun. We get to do stuff we like to do. And, you know, that's life for you. I'm Scott Johnson with Brian Ibbett. Hi, Brian Ibbett. How are you?
Hello.
Hi.
Happy Wednesday.
Wednesday. Hello to all our YouTube people who had no idea what video you should be in. It's nice to have you here. I screwed that up this morning. Apologies all around. Anyway, it's nice to see you all. We're gonna get going. We got stuff, man.
So much stuff to cover, to do. Oh my gosh.
It's so much. And we only have, let's see here. Wednesday. Well, let's say today we have a full day. Okay, we have a full day of Wednesday.
We do have a full day of Wednesday.
Then you got
you mean like our life day, not our show day.
Yeah, our life day. Life day.
Yeah, life day.
So you got life day, or I'm sorry, Wednesday. You got your Thursday, you got your Friday, you got your Saturday, you got your Sunday, but then you got your Monday, and we're all going to be in Vegas. Now, I did a little peek at the weather, and it looks like it's going to be amazing while we're there.
Yeah, we're going to have some really good weather. Maybe a little breezy.
Yeah.
Which is nice. It keeps things a little cool.
Yeah, a high of like 82 Fahrenheit, which is perfect for that when it's breezy. Oh, man. Pants weather at night, shorts weather in the day.
Cargo shorts during the day. What? Is everybody going to a barbecue?
What's the deal?
What's the deal with all the cargo shorts?
Anyway, so yeah, one night only. We'll all be at the Sahara, be there, and just kidding, right? All the plans are done. I just found out
we've moved to the Excalibur, where the services you can get for $30 are out of this world.
Yeah, I just got
you don't want to blow all your $30 in one place.
I just found out somebody who cannot be there this year.
Oh no!
Just got a message from him. I'm very sad. It's not. Not somebody I knew, but it was somebody who's the name's familiar, and I was looking forward to meet them. But
sure.
This is about the time that starts happening, where one or two people are like, "Oh shit, my mom died. I have to stay home," or whatever, or other less crazy. You know, I didn't want to go that extreme. I'm not saying his mother died, but you know what I'm saying. Things come up. Things happen. I get it. You know.
Yeah.
You get a promotion.
Are you going to say who it is? Or
I can tell you if you want. His name is Patrick. I don't want to give away too much, but he's from...
Well, what's his screen name?
I have no idea. No idea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He's from Virginia. I can tell you that.
That's how I know most of these people. I'm you know, they're going to come up to me and say, "Hi, my name is Frank." And I'm going to be like, "Cool. Awesome. Nice to meet you, Frank." He's like, "Oh, no. We've met 100 times before. My screen name is Killer Rabbit 69 or something like that," right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, okay, cool.
Old Killer Rabbit 69 will always get you. That's the plan. Well, anyway, all that happened. Brian, we got a little a note here for you. This is about before we do this, it's about records and record players and stuff. That album. Oh, I don't hear you for some reason. Why don't I hear Brian? Did he go mute? I hear everything but Brian. Something change. I heard a little glitch sound, and then I stopped hearing Brian. What's up with that? Let me disconnect and reconnect into this call. And now I'm back in. Do I hear him now? No, I don't hear Brian at all. Brian is silent. Silent Runnings, the fantastic film. Good dump. No idea.
Yeah, I heard you the whole time. I'm looking. Yep, I can hear you, but you can't hear me.
I could not hear you at all. Sorry.
The rings of speakage are still green.
Yeah, we're good, everybody. Sorry. Don't know what that was, but we got there was a new update today. Maybe we had a bug that's unforeseen. I don't know. Anyway, Brian, I got this note about records, right?
Yes.
Back to the
you were
record
about to
thing.
say something about records, and that's when sound cut out. It's like, oh yeah, before we say this, what is something about records?
And something you said yesterday reminded me of well, I was going to send you a text. I'll just tell you now. you had me go read that Sandinista album from The Clash.
Oh, The Clash, yes.
And it was really good, and it reminded me of something. I could not place it all night what it was reminding me of. And it wasn't even the music that reminded me of something. It was something about that kind of album that's like lesser known from a band that is hugely known, but revered by some, and others just haven't discovered it, like that kind of feel to it.
Yeah.
And I thought, what does this remind me of? And I figured it out. It's like Paul's Boutique from the Beastie Boys.
Oh, yeah. That's a great comparison. Yeah.
Yeah. Like this weird second, not that that's their second album, or is it? It's not their second album.
The Clash's.
The Clash one.
Boy, where is Sandinista in there?
I feel like it's later.
No, I think that was later.
Okay.
I think Sandinista was a later album.
That sounds right to me. But in the case of Beastie Boys, it was their follow-up album to License to Ill, and everybody expected more Fight for Your Right, and what they got was more like pure street hip-hop, Brooklyn-style, rap. And at the time, people were put off by it. And I loved that record, man. I loved it. And
it was
to this day.
Pinkerton was something like that, right? Like Weezer's Pinkerton album. Being.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like Pinkerton. That's a good album.
Sandinista was their fourth album.
Okay. All right.
And then they did Combat Rock, and then they said, hey, Mick Jones, you don't show up to practice enough, and you're
get out of
always running around with your girlfriend, and you're fired. Should you stay or should you go? You should go.
You should go.
Basically.
Did he go on to anything else? Did he go do solo shit, or what happened with him?
He did. He put together a band that you know well called Big Audio Dynamite.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
I just know what Big Audio Dynamite had the Cars guy, right? For a while. No? What am I thinking of? Wait, didn't the
Cars guy,
the main guy, the singer that married the supermodel, Rick Ocasek?
I wonder if he produced. He did some producing. I wonder if Rick Ocasek produced a Big Audio Dynamite album. God, I don't know of any. I cannot think of a connection there.
I may have it all.
It's funny.
Up.
Oddly enough, I think Rick Ocasek produced a Weezer album.
Really?
But I don't know if he.
Wow. That's
I
wild.
don't know if he. I don't think he ever produced. Let me see. Productions.
Yeah. Let's see.
Patty Smythe. He produced Patty Smythe and Scandal. We were talking about them. Yeah, the Weezer's Green album was produced by Rick Ocasek. The actually both of their first two albums. So the Sweater Song and all that stuff, both produced by Rick Ocasek.
Well,
and everything will be all right in the end. Ninth album by Weezer.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know why I've got this all messed up in my memory, but
yeah, that's all right.
In my head.
So now go listen to. Did you listen? Did you end up listening to Steve Miller's "Fly Like an Eagle"?
I did that as well, and it's a great album. Yeah. It's fantastic.
It is, right? Yeah. Am I right about that song? Don't you know that if they find you,
yeah.
What is that damn song
I don't remember the name. You said it yesterday, and I've forgotten the name already. But I like that. Yeah. I liked all of it. It's a great album. It's really good.
It's a great album. Yeah.
You guys get your Steve Miller on.
Yeah, and I would tell you now to go listen to Big Audio Dynamite's "The Globe," and that's the album that's got all the hits. Like "If I Had My Time Again, I Would Do It All the Same." That one. That's a really good album too. Yeah, it's good.
I'll keep going. I also did some greatest hits business, and I don't know. I just kind of drove everybody nuts with all the Clash I was playing yesterday.
Yeah. Nice.
Carter loves the Clash, so she had no problem with it. But she was weirded out by some of the tracks on that album. I said, yeah, you should check this out. It's very different than what you expect from them. A couple of tracks are like, oh yeah, this is a Clash, totally.
For sure. Yeah. Magnificent Seven. Yeah. That's a Clash song. Day and night. But Hitsville Hits UK with the female vocalist,
really weird.
Like it is so unclash, but it's such a great. It's like a culmination. It's like a quick history lesson on pop music from Sun Records and Hitsville and all that stuff, and how the record labels told him to keep it under 2 minutes and 59 seconds.
Yeah.
And it's so great. It's such a great.
That was the song where she leaned over, the UK hits one. Yeah. She leaned over and she goes, "Dad, what is that?" And I go, "It's the Clash." She goes, "That's not the Clash." UK. She's like, "That's not the Clash." And I say, "Yeah, it is. Come over here and check it out." So anyway, you got a couple of converts.
And I think the vocalist from that, if I'm not mistaken, is Ellen Foley, who was the first bailiff. Not bailiff. She was the first. She was the Marky Post character or She was who Marky Post replaced on Night Court.
Oh, really?
Is the vocalist on that Hitsville Hits UK song? I think.
I didn't.
Remember
That's
correctly.
crazy. Hitsville UK. Let's see. Ellen Foley, is that her name?
Yeah. She's also the one who does that Meatloaf song. Will you love me forever? Will you need me? Will you never leave me? Will you make me so happy for the rest of my life?
Oh yeah, she's all over that Bat Out of Hell album, right?
Yeah.
So okay, that's interesting.
And she was the one I think that was dating Mick Jones and the girlfriend that he was spending so much time with in the Clash that he got fired from being the Clash. From the band.
It all comes back around.
There you go. There is your music history lesson with some facts that I think may be a little hazy in my mind, but I think are correct.
Yeah, it's all cyclical in the end. Well, anyway, we got this note about records and record players.
Yeah. So that's.
Yeah, back to that point.
Started.
This was this was not a email, it was a text, and there's no name on it. It says for Coverville. I don't have any personal experience, but I've heard good things about the U-turn turntables, and they are recommended by Wirecutter. Have you checked these out?
They were, yeah. I have somebody, KT Data, I think, recommended them in TMS chat in Discord, and this is a really cool company, American-made record players, turntables, and you have like all the options. So basically, your $250 gets you your basic but good U-turn turntable, and then for extra money you can add a preamp inside it, so you don't have to. If you have a receiver that doesn't have a phono input that boosts it. Records need a different kind of amp than like if you plug a CD player into a receiver. It's at the right amplification.
Sure.
But and I'm sure if I'm getting any of this wrong, KT Data, please correct me. But phonographs, record players need something more, a little more boost. And so you can get one with a built-in preamp, pay a little more. You can get one with a little lever that moves the arm up, so you don't have to pick the arm up off of the record.
Oh, I like that.
All that stuff. And you can get it like whatever color you want, as long as it's one of the 5 they provide, and different kinds of platters and different kinds of cartridges. So that is one that I am definitely considering is the U-turn turntable.
All of these are good
really,
looking.
really
So we
cool.
got a black one, we got a white one, we got this really cool red. I don't even know what red.
The red one would be my jam. You know, me and red.
That blue's good. The turquoise is good, and there's 2 wood panel not wood panel, but wood styles. Mm-hmm. So if you wanted to look like a real old school, you could do that. These are cool. I like
pretty
these.
slick. Yeah. uturnaudio.com if you want to go check those out.
All right. Very nice. Thank you for that recommendation. We also got a text from this is Brian from Waxahachie. How do you say it?
Waxahachie,
Texas. Yeah, we went through this before, and I forgot how.
We did, and I still might be effing it up.
It says, hello, Swollen and Bruised. This is Brian from Waxahachie, Texas. Discussing palindromes on yesterday's show, I thought I'd mention that my wife and I got married on April 11th, 2014, or 41114.
Nice.
Ooh, that's a good one. Ooh. I want to know from him, though, this other Brian, did this play a role in your decision to get that date?
Right. Like, did they specifically pick that? I think it's a great question.
Always curious about that. If anybody plans their wedding plans around a palindromic date, or if it just happened that way. And if it happened that way, you guys were meant to be. All right?
Yeah. So, if you both got excited about it being on that date, then you're absolutely meant to be.
That's right.
Like if one of you's like, this is the coolest thing ever, and the other one's like, you're such a nerd, then maybe, you know.
No, that's great. Congratulations to you guys on your birthday or your wedding day. I've been getting a lot of
that too.
Sure. And that too. I've been getting a lot of feedback that people like this "What Happened Today in History"
cool.
thing.
Okay.
But I also have gotten a lot of feedback that they like the "What is today's national holiday" thing that we should be celebrating.
Oh, I like that too. You know what? that seems like it's more prone for discussion.
Mm-hmm.
Like it opens up more talk for you and I.
Yeah. So I'm just going to bounce back and forth.
So Count of Wilhelmina was born on this date in 19.
Yeah, I'll do those when they're significant and matter. But this one's more interesting because today I feel like there's 2 conflicting days we're supposed to celebrate. Mm-hmm. One is National Pigs in Blankets Day, so you're supposed to eat the hot dogs and the little cooked dough thing.
Yeah, like the kind of the Proto-Doggorito. The Doggorito that requires, it's the Doggorito.
That's
is
right.
What it is, 'cause
That's
it
right.
requires dough.
Yep. And then it is also Stop Food Waste Day. So if you,
Which arguably is another thing about the Doggorito. You're wasting a perfectly good tortilla and a perfectly good hot dog.
yeah. So these two seem closely associated. It is also National Bucket List Day. So Brian, whatever's on your list, you better get that done today, or make a bucket list today. I guess it doesn't matter.
Maybe that's it. Make a bucket list because. Yeah, I mean, completing everything on your bucket list. Maybe work towards completing one of the things on your bucket list today.
Yeah, you can't, like right now, you could not bungee jump off the Eiffel Tower if you wanted to because you're at home. You're not in France. You're not even in Vegas to jump off that Eiffel Tower. So if that's on your bucket list, you're screwed.
There is a new thing coming this summer. Unfortunately, it won't be open when we get there, but there's a place I want to check out called Crash and Burn, and it's on Fremont Street. And it's in the Neonopolis, which is where good ideas go to die.
Yeah.
That's the place that has the axe throwing, which is really cool, but it's also the place that has the fake nerd bar called Nerd Bar.
Yeah, that's a weird little corner, man. Nothing.
It really is. And the Denny's that has a chapel, a wedding chapel in it.
Yeah. And it always seems like no one's there. It seems like an empty place.
Right, yeah. But this place, Crash and Burn, this summer, they will be adding a... you know those indoor skydiving places?
Yeah.
Where you basically just go into a giant wind tunnel and get blown vertically while you lay flat. It's kind of cool.
Sure.
They're opening an outdoor skydiving, which you might say is, well, Brian, isn't that just skydiving? No, it's still the giant fan, but it's going to be blowing you up in the air over a big net. And you'll be up over, kind of looking down on Fremont Street as you do it.
100% will do this. No problem. People are always like, Scott, you're afraid of heights, whatever. This is my kind of thing. I would do this. No problem. Yeah. When's that open? This summer, you say?
This summer. So 2025, you and I can do the outdoor indoor skydiving experience.
Hell yes.
Crash and Burn. But this place, boy, yeah, maybe that's not the right name for your bar if you're going to have outdoor skydiving is Crash and Burn.
Yeah. Seems a little weird, doesn't it?
Come to our bar, fall to your death.
Are they doing anything special on the bar side? Like, it's just a bar? It's
just a bar, but here's the cool thing. They've got vintage arcade games and duck pin bowling, which is like regular bowling, but it's the bowling balls are like a little bit bigger than skee ball sized.
Okay.
They're not balls you stick your fingers into. They're just balls you hold. That's not going to be a show title.
Sure.
And I think you get 3 shots per frame, and they don't have anything that cleans up the pins that you knock down, so you can use those to your advantage to knock down other pins.
Oh, it's a little more like cornhole or something, where the bags are strategic when they land at
the
certain
bags
places.
become, like either an obstacle or an advantage that you can kind of block your opponent and stuff.
I like it.
Duck pin bowling is so much fun. And if you've never seen, if it's a true duck pin bowling, then the pins are on little strings, like by their heads.
Yeah.
So when your turn is over, it's like they go pulled up like.
Oh, that's cool. I'll do all this. That sounds great.
Yeah. Should be fun. That would be a good place to check out if we have time. There's so much stuff going on.
Oh, there's always a billion things, but yeah, always potential for more. Everybody, we'll see what we can do.
I'd much rather put $20 into some duck pin bowling than necessarily put it into a video poker machine.
Yeah,
I guaranteed won't get any money back from it, but I'll probably get a lot more fun. From it.
Yeah. Like is why I prefer arcades to slot machines. I'd rather lose than lose, if you know what I mean.
Exactly.
What else we got? Oh, tell me about this Wordle cheating thing. What's this?
Yeah, so I
on here?
talked to somebody yesterday. We were talking about connections. You've played the New York Times connections game where you have a grid of 16 words and you got to figure out the 4 sets of words.
Yep. I'm pretty good about getting them most days. My wife is every day on that thing. Every day.
I'm usually every day, but there's been a couple where it's like I am just stumped because it looks like there are 5 words that work here and I've tried every combination. I've used up all my guesses.
Yeah.
But we were talking about that and I said, what I've been doing is actually, because I like to try and get purple, blue, green, yellow. I want to get them in reverse difficulty order. And there's even New York Times came out with a post about how if you want to really play competitively against your friends, then you try and put in that order and you score yourself based on 4 times the difficulty level. So 1, 2, 3, 4, yellow, green, blue, purple. Okay. And then 4, 3, 2, 1 times that number going down from the top.
Okay.
I know it's kind of confusing, but
a little bit, yeah. But anyway.
But so I said, to try and do that, what I've been doing is taking a quick screenshot of the game on my phone and then going into where I can draw using my finger on my phone and be like, okay, I use the highlighters and those colors. And I think, oh yeah, these 4 I think are going to be the yellow. These 4 I think are going to be the green. These 4 I think will be the blue and the purple. And I said, is that cheating? And this person's like, oh no, definitely not. Because you're still you're going to be making the guesses. You're not getting the answers ahead of time. You're even making it more difficult because you're trying to do them in reverse difficulty order. So you're adding an extra level of difficulty to it.
Sure. That makes sense. Especially for people who do it every day. They like a little challenge.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
And then they say, I mean, I don't know if somebody would even consider what I do with Wordle cheating, but I have a bookmark page that shows every word that's ever been used for Wordle, so that when I'm doing my guesses, I never use a word that's previously been used. And I just instinctively said, "That's totally cheating." But I'm like, well, wait, all right, is it? You're not being told what the answer is, but you're being told what the answer isn't. Yeah. So I wanted to put it to the tadpole. Is it cheating? I'm not going to use any names and say who this person is, because they may or may not be listening. Sure. They may or may not even be coming to Vegas. But if you look up the words that have been used, because they're not going to reuse any words until they go through the entire list, and there've been 1,000+ Wordle days. Is it cheating or is it not cheating to have a list of all the words that have been used?
So it's just a big list.
So far, everybody I think is saying cheating.
It feels like it's a form of cheating. I mean, no differently than if you said, tell me every. Well, in Jeopardy's case, it's answer, but tell me every answer that's ever been on the board in Jeopardy. I want that list. That feels... Yeah,
but see...
They're not going to repeat them, though, are they? They're not going to go back and do old stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the Wordle folks have said they're not going to repeat words. I don't know if they said until they run out of words or until they get to some percentage of words used or something like that. But Jeopardy, I mean, I've seen Jeopardy games where 2 questions on the same board, because they come up with the categories and sometimes pull them together randomly, where 2 questions on the same board reference the same thing in different categories. Yeah. They weren't the same answer, but they reference the same thing.
Interesting. All right. Well, chat says cheating.
Yeah, chat says cheating.
What do you say at home?
Heart says moops.
Yeah. Chat room or people at home listening, if you have a thought on this, do you think it's cheating? Do you not think it's cheating? Tell us. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah.
We're going to get to the Tadpolly Feud. Oh, I should really log into that.
You should really log into that, because Bri has already logged in.
Of course he has. See if he
course.
Stole my color today. Nope.
Yes, he did. That's what happens when you get in late.
I went with the purple.
Purple's good. Purple's a good identifiable.
Yeah, it's very Prince focused, I guess.
It is, for sure.
I guess I got to add him to the call. It's all working out.
Add him to the call, and then we need a contestant.
That's right. And I think I know who wins with the third person in. Let's see if this is correct. Oh, I think it is. I'm going to add him now. Brian Dunaway, you're here. We're here. The music's playing. Oh, my gosh. It's time for the Tadpolly Feud. You know how this works. The best part about it is Brian Dunaway joins us. Hi there.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Scott and Brian.
Hey, how are you, man?
I'm doing good. And what? You're saying that I stole your color? I was purple. I was purple for 6 months, and then Scott got all upset one day, and so I gave him purple, and I took orange.
I never get upset.
Now he's all like, "He stole my orange." Yeah. Make up your mind, Johnson.
You take what you want.
What color do you want to be?
You take what you want. I'm fine to be purple today. I'll be orange other days. Look, whoever's.
What do you want to be?
I want to be. I like orange. I'm a big fan of orange. I'm an orange guy. Yeah, it's my favorite color. I think I like orange.
But what color will be your favorite next month?
Good question. It's a very good question. My favorite color has been orange for a long time. Although in high school, I was all about yellow, and I wore yellow stuff everywhere I went. Always yellow, but less so today.
My mom used to tell me that geniuses always liked green.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
Really?
that's dumb.
Oh,
That means that she bought you a green shirt for your birthday, and she wants you to really appreciate it when you open it in a month.
Right. I'm
you-
like, what genius told you that?
were you Mama's little genius? Did she call you that? Unfortunately,
Yeah,
no. Is there something wrong with that? Is that okay?
Something wrong with it?
You got a problem with that?
Yeah, what's the matter? Well,
My
all
mom
right.
also taught me how to draw a face of a boy by writing boy first and then filling in the pieces.
Oh my gosh, that's great. You should show me that one day.
Oh,
I've never done that.
Yeah,
like turning it sideways, so like the B makes the two eyes, and then the
Small,
O is the O.
lowercase b o y, and you just connect the little dots, and you make little you put little dots for the middle of the B and middle of the O
Yeah.
for eyes,
Yeah.
and it makes a cute little face.
Done
Cute
deal.
little face.
Well, I like it a lot. What also I like is that Win Magus is here. Win Magus, welcome to the show. How are you?
Yay!
Hey, how we doing?
Good, man.
Good.
How are you?
How are you?
I'm doing all right. Just trying to get this to go to my right headphone.
Oh, well, you sound
You
good.
should have it go to both the left and the right, and then you'll hear us in stereo.
There we go.
That's a good idea.
There we go.
You want one of us
Our
on each end?
microphones are mono.
Yeah. It's good to have you here. We're going to play a game. You know how this works, but we're still requiring Brian Ibbett to read the rules. Brian, take it away.
It is my job. It's time to play the Tadpolly Feud. I've surveyed the tadpole on some Nerbidy topics.
Nerbidy.
Nerbidy topics, and Scott and Brian will have to predict the answers that they gave us. It's Scott and Brian's job to see how many of those answers. Boy, you can't drink all day. If you don't start in the morning.
What's your favorite color? I bet it ain't
It's
green.
because it's clearly absinthe blue. It's Scott and Brian's job to see how many of those answers they can guess. Caller, it's green. Caller, your job is more important than ever because you're going to be working with either Scott or Brian. If your team wins, you'll get a prize package that includes Sparklight and Grand Mountain Adventure Wonderland.
Oh, I've not played either, but I've heard good things of both. So
Cool. Grand Mountain Adventure sounds like a you're building a little place to live and farming and cutting down trees and making furniture and hunting and
sounds like it, right? Let's
gardening
see what it actually is. Grand Mountain Adventure. What's it's a ski thing, so you ski in it.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
this was on. This was a mobile game for a long time that I thought was very cool. All right, you know what? I'm jealous now. This looks rad. Looks like a cool
really
game.
cool. Wow.
Well, anyway, Win Magus, all that could be yours, Brian. If he does what? What does he have to do?
He has to be part of the winning team, and he's going to work with one of you two. Once we determine which one of you wins the face-off. I don't have these in the instructions. This is all improv.
Yeah.
Let's do this. You guys ready?
Yeah.
We asked 459 tadpoolers the following question. Please put your hands on your buzzers and give me your best answer to this. What is your favorite post-apocalyptic movie that is Scott?
Fury Road.
That is Scott. That is Scott. That is
Show
not
me
Fury
Road.
That is not Fury
Damn
Road. Can
it.
be that? Yes, finish the question.
I'll repeat the whole question for Brian.
I got baited.
What
on
is
this
your
one.
favorite post-apocalyptic movie that is not part of the Mad Max series?
Oh shit! It's the end that is not where I hit the buzzer when you said that is not. I immediately regretted it. Frick.
Oh my God, that is great. Oh my God, and now I'm having trouble.
Now you
thinking
still
of
have
any.
to name
Right.
one and get it on this list. Otherwise, we're going to win Vegas.
Oh Jesus! The one with the Gyllenhaal, the day after tomorrow. Is that what was that right?
Do
Is
it.
that what his
Do
name
it.
is?
Day after tomorrow.
The
Sure.
day after tomorrow.
Show me the day after tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Win Vegas.
Got put on the-
If
got put on
if
the
you can name one,
there.
then one of the ones that's on this list, then you get your choice of who to play with.
Yeah.
What about Waterworld?
There you go.
Oh, that's of
Show
course.
me,
Of course.
show me Waterworld. Oh, I can't do this without saying who's going to get the points for it. Yes, that's on the list. Who would you like to play with?
Let's go with Scott. This is
right.
definitely his category.
Would you like to play
show
with?
me Waterworld.
Number
Number one
one.
answer on the board. Scott, you get the point, the 1 point for being number one, and you get to
now
work
I'm
with,
thinking of a
Win
million
Vegas.
of them.
If I hadn't
Of course
been
you are.
so freaking hardcore, I got to beat Dunaway. I could have gotten
Yeah.
this right.
Yeah,
Um,
you could have. Yeah.
all right.
And you still did. So you got your chance
Yeah, you
back.
still did.
All right, Win Magus. There's a lot of choosing we could do here.
By the way, I will tell you that Day After Tomorrow was number 19.
No.
And because people can't follow directions, Mad Max Fury Road was number 43.
No way, it was on it. It made the list anyway. That's the power of the movie.
Yes.
Is it just Fury Road that's on there, or all of the Mad
No,
Max is on there somewhere?
any that is not part of the Mad Max series. So
No, I mean,
all
are any on the list that people can't follow instructions for?
Oh, I can't tell you that.
Oh,
I'm just curious because you said they wouldn't be on the list because it's not part of the Mad Max.
That's really a good point. Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, I mean, obviously the Tadpole said Mad Max Fury Road, so really anything. It doesn't matter what's factual. It matters what the Tadpole said.
All right. So,
by the way,
hey,
this
Scott.
is the final question from the previous survey. So next time, in 2 weeks, we'll start using the new survey.
Nice.
The next one I would call out is Book of Eli. That one's awesome.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I love that movie. That's one of my favorites. So, yes, I agree. Let's put Book of Eli on there.
The Booger of Eli.
Yep.
Show me the Book of Eli.
Nice.
Number 3.
I do
Scott
love
leading
that movie.
4-0.
There's
4-0.
I would argue that it's Win Magus that is winning.
That's true.
No,
Win
he
Magus
is
is winning 4-0.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bringing you two along for the ride.
Real quick here, that movie just got greenlit for a sequel. I'm very excited. I don't know how long it'll take, but whatever. Get
the
on
movie of Eli is going to be great.
The thing is, if you know what happens at the end, I don't know who they're going to have star in this. So that's the weird bit. All right. Well,
why don't you have Mila Kunis star in that?
I mean,
one?
you could. She went off to do stuff. May as well.
Go. Yeah.
All right.
The Book of Eli.
Let's do that. They're kind of horror movies too, but it's definitely apocalyptic. Let's do the Don't Say Shit movie. What's that called? The Quiet Place.
Oh, those are good. we got a new one coming out, like the prequel, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks awesome. I'm excited about that.
Show me a quiet place.
Oh, come on!
That's a really good answer. And unfortunately, the Tadpole only had that at number. They had that up there, but it was. There it is, 23. Number 23 on the list.
Okay. Well, small comfort. Yeah.
I spent all weekend watching this series, and I don't know why it didn't come to my head right away. But I was watching the latest run of Planet of the Apes, and those are some of my favorites.
They're so good.
Do I have to be specific of which one?
No, I jumbled everything up all in one here.
Good. Now I'm going to go with Planet of the Apes.
Show me Planet of the Apes.
The Ape
Number
Planet.
6. And,
Damn.
that puts you in the lead, 6-4.
Yeah, that puts you ahead, dude.
Oh, really? Nice.
Are you excited about the new one coming out this May?
Yes, I'm very excited, especially after going back and watching the first 3, I believe. Was it
the first 3 of the new series?
The
right?
new series, yeah. No Mark Wahlberg. I skip right over that.
Oh yeah, skip over that shit.
Wasn't even thinking about the Tim Burton one. I was thinking about the Charlton Heston stuff. But yes, good point.
And another one that's upcoming too. I just saw last week. I Am Legend is supposed to be doing something. So I'm gonna go with the I Am Legend.
Cool
movie route.
So there's a new movie coming out as part of that series?
Yeah. Sequel.
Yes.
Is it called I Am Still Legend? Is that what it's
called? Legend.
I am even legendary.
I'm legender.
Yeah. Will Smith's got to get back in everybody's good graces before he slaps somebody. So it's all,
he's got to do it by himself. He's doing it by himself.
Show me I Am Legend. Show me I Am Legend. Yeah, number 8 on the board. 14 points for Brian to Scott's 4 points.
And now all I can think of is
4 points.
Now all I can think is iRobot, but that's not really dystopic. It's more just how about
No, but that one's great.
Yeah. It is really good.
The movie's awesome.
AI turns into a really shit show at the end. But is that really good?
Well, you should check.
Let's see.
You should check by saying it.
Shut up, Johnson. I'm thinking. Thinking.
Go for it.
Shit. Yeah, AI, because I can't think of anything else right now.
All right.
Give me a minute. I'll think of something else later.
Okay. Show me AI.
Yeah, that's worth a try.
Is it on there?
Should have said Minority Report.
I don't think AI even. Yeah, you should have. I don't even think AI made the list. No AI at all.
Okay.
Don't tackle it now. I remember the one I was going to say.
Let me ask,
Dadgummit.
Win Magus, how do you feel about Children of Men? It's an amazing movie, very
Yes.
post-apocalyptic.
It is a really good movie. I've only seen it once, but it was really good.
You want to do that one? How do you feel about it as an answer?
I've got, that one's probably good. There are 3 or 4 that have come up were pretty good. Oh, you know what we should probably grab? It's this movie. Never mind.
Okay,
Don't do that one.
Think of it though. Let's do Children of the Men then.
Show me
Children of the Men.
Children of the Men. Malachi.
It's a great one.
Ooh,
That's a great
big
one.
money.
Some
Number
good points,
9.
Good
Scott's
points.
back in this. 14
Yeah,
and
good
13.
points.
13
All right.
points to Brian's 14.
What'd you have?
So one that was, someone in the chat mentioned The Matrix, which is definitely post-apocalyptic, but I'm wondering if people will, kind of equate it because most of it's in a post-apocalyptic thing because of the simulation.
Right.
I say do it. I don't have a problem with it. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Show me The Matrix.
Oh,
Number 4
What?
on
Are
the
you
list.
kidding me?
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
awesome.
yeah, that's pretty good.
Is that's the only do they silly question here. Are all the other movies in the Matrix series, do they have a the, or is it The Matrix and then Matrix Reloaded, Matrix Revolutions?
Oh, I don't know.
Is it The Matrix?
I think the's up there in the corner, isn't it? It always seems like
always
You're right.
there?
Yeah, I think it's the all the way through. Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I didn't know. I wasn't sure about that either. That's a good question.
I don't know. I'm just
Yeah.
shitting off the top of my head. I could be
Yeah, I think
making up stuff.
it just you always call it The Matrix, but then you say Matrix Revolutions. Nobody ever says, "Oh yeah, did you go see The Matrix Revolutions?"
So I'm a little worried this is a little heady for some people, but I maybe not. I don't know. I don't know how these people
I hope
answer.
we can keep up.
I hope you can keep up with this really smart answer I'm about to give you. But
My color is definitely not green.
I like. I really like The Road by Cormac McCarthy, the book, and I love the movie as well. It's a little different, but I love it. So how do you?
Sure.
Win Magus, you want that?
It's a
Is that
classic.
good one.
I will take your judgment on this.
All right,
'Cause I've never seen
2000.
it.
Let's do 2009's The Road. Please.
All right, show me The Road.
Oh
No.
Yes.
damn it!
No, The Road.
Not on there
The
at
Road
all?
did make it to number 13. It was popular.
Oh,
It made it up there
very
close
good.
to the list, but just did not make the cut.
Oh man, that's such a good
Didn't
book.
make the cut.
Such a good book.
Did not make the cut. Back to you, Dunaway, with your
Well,
14 points.
Immediately after I failed last time, I immediately remembered that what I was wanting to say, which was 28 Days Later. That's such a good, right?
Yeah,
Is that good?
Zambies, sure.
Mhm.
Zambies.
Yeah. Listen, you don't get much more apocalyptic than that.
All right. Show me 28 Days Later.
Ooh, that was a good one. though.
That was a good one, and it was number 11. It was so good. It was so close to being up the top. But is
I know.
is 28 Days Later post-apocalyptic, or is 28 weeks like does the apocalypse
28?
technically happen between the two?
I would
right?
say that 28 it seems
Wait.
more apocalyptic because
Wait.
it's in the thick of it. 28 days later, they thought they had it eradicated and then it
yeah,
came back.
right. It's
Am I
like the
thinking-
beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking of that Sandra Bullock movie.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, you should have said 28 days. Oh, yeah, darn it. Well, now you've given Scott an answer.
Yeah, well done.
Shame on you. Yeah.
All right.
What about Snowpiercer?
Oh shit, that's perfect.
Ooh,
Snowpiercer.
That's a good one.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Sign me up.
All right. Show me. I hear the train a coming. It's coming around the bend.
Sweet.
Number 7, taking Scott and Win Magus up to 24 points to Brian's 14.
Oh,
Yeah, well,
I've got
I
another
wouldn't
great
have
one,
got that
Scott.
What do you got?
I would not have got that one.
If it's not up there, it should be Wall-E.
Oh yeah, Wally's good. You know what? That feels like a tadpole answer as well. So I'm
I
gonna.
think that's pretty
agree.
good for the humans, though. I don't think that's bad for the humans.
Oh, I don't know. They all look like
We all
diabetic
got
nightmares.
fat and drinking our Cokes and our little floating
is-
lawn chairs.
This sounds like paradise.
Kind of does. Yeah. Show me Wall. Number 2. 2 extra
nice.
points. And I
Wait,
think
what was that voice? Was that Wally's voice that you were
That was
doing
Wally's
there?
voice
Oh,
I was
okay. All
doing,
right.
yeah.
All right.
It was really Stitch. It was Stitch if Stitch were impersonating Wally, is what it was.
I love
Ass,
it.
what's
I love
that
it.
voice?
I'm just checking. I just want to make sure what I was hearing because I thought I heard Stitch. But,
I don't have a vocoder over here. I've got everything else. I could do your echo. I could do this, but I can't. I don't have no vocoder.
It's all good. How do you feel about the 10 Cloverfield Lane movie? Do you think that's enough
those are
on
good.
people's minds to matter?
I think it's certainly good. Again, I've never seen it.
Yeah. I mean, it's
the other one I considered, but it says movie on there is The Last of Us.
Oh yeah.
But I also don't. The Tadpole has been known to ignore words like movie and when a TV show is just as good.
Yeah.
Oh, how about 20?
I think also.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I also think this survey came out right about The Last of Us being popular, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I could see that. There's also the 2012 movie that everyone always thinks about.
Ooh,
I hate that movie, but I know a lot of people like it.
Cloverfield Experiment or something. What was that called?
No, 2012, the movie 2012.
John Cusack.
Yeah.
Oh, 2012. I thought you were talking about you were talking about the
real
actual
end of the
movie
world.
2012 as opposed to the Cloverfield that came out in 2012.
Yeah. No, 2012, the one with the crazy. Who was it? Was it Woody Harrelson that was crazy in that?
Yeah. The one that proved that a limousine could make a really high jump across a chasm.
Yeah. I also think Blade Runner should be on here. I don't know.
Two answers left on the list.
Let's see. Chat has 12 Monkeys. That one's good. 10 Cloverfield Lane is probably a good one. And they're making fun of the spelling of Snowpiercer.
Yeah, which is incorrect. You know what I did? And that's because that wrong spelling of Snowpiercer came first alphabetically. And when I go through the spreadsheet, I sort, and then I go find the first one of a group of them, and then I just go and I copy the rest down there. So yeah, I know it's
no, that just shows
Zombieland is also on there. Zombieland's a good choice.
That's what I wanted.
Yeah, I don't know which one to choose. What does your heart say?
Zombieland. That one seems the most popular of the ones that we mentioned.
All right. Zombieland it is. Let's try it.
Okay. All right. It's weird. I keep losing audio from you guys.
Oh, really?
Like it'll disappear for a few seconds, and I'm not doing anything. I'm not downloading any Netflix movies to my iPad right now.
Are we glitching out, or is it just going out entirely?
It goes out. It's like, oh yeah, what about
Oh, see, that happened earlier.
Yeah.
Weird.
You do a pretty good impression of that.
Yeah, that was good.
Thank you.
That was really good. I thought it was a problem again.
I've been hearing it, but it always comes back. All right, Zombieland is what you're saying. Show me Zombieland. Oh! No. Brian has got one last chance to get some points on the board. He needs basically Windmakers, you've won because even if Brian gets a 10-pointer, he doesn't have enough to win. He has to get both of them, which means you win. So, yeah.
All right. See what happens. What do you think, Dunaway?
Scott was playing around with Blade Runner, and I think that's going to be up there.
Okay. All right.
He didn't already say it, did he? He didn't say it.
No,
I mean, he said it.
It has not. Yeah, no, it has not been.
Yeah.
I'm going to hate it. If it's on here.
Show me Blade Runner.
Oh, wow.
No, number, but I like what, 12, 11, 12.
Right.
Number 12 was Blade Runner. So hugely, really close to being in the top. Yeah.
Now I am curious, is Dune on the list? Because Dune isn't quite post-apocalyptic, but definitely you could get the feel from the movies.
Yeah, it has vibes. For sure.
It has vibes. Dune, well, let's tell you what these last two are, shall we?
Yeah.
Number 5, I'm actually surprised this one didn't come up at all, and I don't even know if I saw people mentioning it in chat, but maybe somebody did earlier. Number 5, The Hunger Games.
Oh, that's a really good one.
That's definitely fits. Yeah.
So not World War Z then? All right.
And number 10, Dread.
Oh, Dread's so good.
Dread is good.
The Judgment.
I love Dread.
Let's go through the rest of these that you didn't say.
Yeah.
Is Dread post-apocalyptic or is it just dystopic?
It probably is more dystopic than post-apocalyptic, but you can see where the head space is for the tadpole.
Definitely.
Yeah. Like Children of Men is kind of that way too. It's just really conflicted time.
Is Dread on the film sack list? Because that feels like a sackable movie.
Thought we did it.
It definitely should be.
Thought we did it. Didn't we do it? If we
didn't do it, somebody look it up while I tell you the rest of the answers and the popular answers. Number 14, chat keeps saying this one now. Sure, it's a little late now, chat. The Postman, number 14. That one we absolutely should do for Film Sack, but we need to do one on a week where Brian Dunaway is off from work so that he can have the time to watch it.
A 6-hour film, I'm on it.
Very long.
Number 15, Zombieland, The Shaun of the Dead, Tank Girl. Tank Girl's a good one. Terminator, the Terminator series. 12 Monkeys, A Boy and His Dog. Damnation Alley, Interstellar. Resident Evil, The Stand. not a movie. Dawn of the Dead, Oblivion, Dune did make it on the list, number 30 on the list. Edge of Tomorrow, Escape from New York, Night of the Comet, one of my favorites.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah. Soylent Green, 10 Cloverfield Lane did make it on the list. Akira, Alita, one right after another. Bird Box, Cyborg, Finch, Idiocracy, Logan, Nausicaa, Valley of the Wind. You can see we're skidding off the tracks here. 9, Serenity.
Oh, that's good.
Warm Bodies, World War Z, Apocalypse Now. I would argue that it's not post-apocalyptic because the apocalypse is now.
Right, it's now.
Yeah.
It's mid-apocalyptic.
Yeah, it's a very weird
Appleseed, Avengers Endgame, Barbie,
That's great.
Blood of Heroes, Brazil, Buckaroo Banzai, Cars, because Rodrigo of Major Spoilers has a theory.
Yeah.
Death Race 2000, which was the Cars prequel. District 9, Futurama, Happy Days, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Idaho Transfer.
Don't know what that is.
What else do we have here? Legally Blonde, Legion, Lego Movie 2. You can see where this is going.
That's a good
Priest,
call on Logan.
Rain of
I like Logan. Logan's a
Yeah.
great post-apocalyptic thing.
I'm gonna argue that Soylent Green's a happy story. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because the world finds a new food source.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
For the record, we have not done Dredd. We have only done Judge Dredd, which was the Stallone one.
The spinoff.
Yeah.
No,
not
then
spin-off.
again-
The old
Okay,
one.
I got
Yeah. Dredd
me ask
we
this
want to
question.
do. Dredd we want to
Can
do
you-
because it's real good. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Can if you have to resort to cannibalism, can you remain a vegan if you eat a vegan?
Ooh, I'm gonna say no.
Vegan is as vegan does.
No, okay.
I'm gonna guess no.
Because a vegan is meat.
Yeah. Because a vegan is grass-fed meat, right?
I guess that makes sense because we don't eat cows and cows eat grass and we don't go therefore
The vegan
yeah,
cow.
yeah. Right. We do eat a lot of vegan animals,
we
don't
do
we?
eat
Yeah.
vegans. Yeah.
We were
The
already
real funny
eating the
part of
vegans.
this question is how many of these are potential film stack movies on the
I
list?
know.
Yeah.
I know. At this list, I almost need to copy and paste into our film sack watch list because we need Randy to parse through this list and see what we haven't watched yet.
I like both those Bird Box movies,
And
first
then
one and second one. Those are
Oh
great.
yeah, those are pretty
I
good.
never saw the second one. First one I did like though.
First
yeah.
one was all in Spanish, which was interesting. It was told from the perspective of Spanish speakers in Spain and what happened there, which is I just felt like an odd thing to set it in and do it in, but it was good. I liked it.
Oh, so maybe I saw the second one then. The one with Sandra Bullock was the second one?
No, Sandra Bullock's the first one. There's no Spanish in that I know of, is there?
Okay.
Or it wasn't in Spain. I think it was here.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, they're both
Oh,
good.
you're saying the second one was in Spanish.
Correct.
Now I'm getting you. Okay.
Yeah. First one was not. But they're both great, and I don't know if we're going to get more of those, but man, that first one, John Malkovich was good in that.
It was really good.
Yeah, it was really good. Anyway, well, you know what this means. The winnings of the today. Hold on.
The
where's
meat. The meat of today.
The meat of today.
Congratulations.
You're
a
winner. That's right. Win Megas, you will shortly get codes from Brian if you haven't already. And for everyone else out there wishing that they could be on, if you're here live and you try to get in here, we try to let you in, especially new people we haven't seen before. We love to see new faces.
We love the new people.
That's
a lot
right.
of fun.
Yeah, thanks,
Fresh
man.
meat is what we usually say.
Always a pleasure. We'll see you soon. Hey, Dunaway, why don't we play some?
hi, Scott.
Let's play some Dig Dug this weekend. What do you think of that? You like
Dude,
that?
we should totally play some Dig Dug, and we should play Dig Dug 2, and then we should play that really cool Dig Dug game. What's it called? The one where the remastered? No, what do they call that stupid thing when they do the
like the Atari
redos?
Reloaded ones.
Yeah, but it's not called that. Arrangement. That's it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Dig
Dig Dug
arrangement.
arrangement.
Really? Oh, I've
Yeah.
not even seen that. Please tell me
There's-
it's a first person shooter, a first person pumper.
Let's see.
It is
What is
not.
this?
It's still Dig Dug, but you have boss fights and stuff. It gets a little more intense, a lot more characters and things. Yeah, it came out on PlayStation, I believe, or at least they include in with a PlayStation collection.
Yeah, 1996 it came out.
It was good.
Yeah,
It was fun.
I like that kind of stuff. They should do that again because it's big to have these old arcade classics turned into like crazy light show kind of games now. Like what were those ones we were talking about? Asteroids.
Yeah, Reloaded or
re something.
Yeah.
Whatever that
Rethought
was.
out.
Yeah, the
We
Yars
configured-
Revenge one that now kind of reimagines it as kind of like a Metroid style platformer is very interesting to me.
Yeah, I want all those. You can collect them all, everybody. Anyway, that'll be tomorrow, 1:30 p.m. here at progfans.tv.
That would be Thursday.
Sorry.
I thought we were doing it on Friday.
No, Friday. Sorry. My scheduled brain is all off today or this week. Sorry, Friday, 1:30 Mountain Time. Be there or be square or just listen to the podcast after. It's Play Retro, everybody. Brian, kiss our butts. I got him. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, Tom Merritt will be here. We'll also spend some time with our Recommentals friends, or at least one of them. Nicole's got a thing, but Randy will be here. And that'll be after this song break. Brian, what'd you bring?
Yeah, this is cool. This is a band that's been nominated for a Grammy. They're called Bones UK. They are getting together with Mike Schumann, who's the bassist of Queens of the Stone Age, for this song that you're about to hear. It's a raw ode to freedom and rebellion. They are going out on tour with the band Bush in August, so you can check them out there. Here is the band Bones UK and Won't Settle.
I was just like America doesn't just run on donkey, cars do too.
You don't deserve no Hitler's canoe.
You say with Bush, like the band?
Yeah, the Gavin Rossdale band. Yeah, in August they're going to be going out on tour with Bush.
I didn't know they were still together. I thought Bush
I
broke
didn't
up.
either until I got this notification, but yeah.
I think I've conflated them breaking up with him breaking up with Gwen Stefani. I think I've done that.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. The Loaded Greatest Hits Tour with Bush starting in Michigan, Sterling Heights, Michigan, and going all across the country, skipping over Colorado and Utah and going straight to Las Vegas, San Diego, Phoenix, and LA.
I guess we're flyover states for them. That's
we're
fine.
flyover states. We're drive over states with the the buses, the tour buses.
That's right.
That was Bones UK and Won't Settle.
Excellent. Let's get Tom Merritt in here and do a little tech time discussion with the man, the myth, the legend. Oh, I heard myself.
Oh, I heard legend.
But now I don't.
We want Tom.
Hey, look who it is. It's Tom Merritt joining us like he does every frickin' Wednesday.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought John Legend was joining you. Nice.
Nope. He turned us down.
Very excited.
He turned us way down, if you want the truth. No.
Said, turn it down. And you said, turn down for what?
Turn down for what? Burp, 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 burp. I love that song. Tom Merritt is here. He is the purveyor of all things tech, and next week we'll be physically with him as we do a daily tech news show and all the other fun stuff in Vegas. Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be really good to see you.
You're both. This will serve as my confirmation. You're both going to be on the show on Monday.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. We're both good. Thumbs up.
Yeah, I'm totally good. KT Data, save me some dim sum.
Yeah. Save us some dim sum, or bring me a sandwich. I don't care which.
I didn't want to assume, so I had a backup plan just in case. But I never liked this.
I had it on my list to email you and Scott and be like, "Okay, can you make it? Could you be on the show? That's what I would like."
Yeah.
By the way, are you good for being on America's Next Top Podcaster this afternoon? We're recording at 4 p.m. You good?
You all set? Everything ready to go?
No, I'm not. Actually, I'm at the thing at 4 p.m.
Well, we see how this goes. No, just kidding. We are there with bells on. I can't
absolutely.
wait.
Happy to do it.
Our Vegas episodes are always great.
Can't wait to roll those buttholes.
That's right. Roll. Oh, jeez. Now it's a tradition. She has to do it again. Tom Merritt, let's talk about tech for the day. What is happening out there that we should be paying attention to?
Yeah, I'll be honest. We'll have this in Daily Tech News Show today. I'm not sure how much we'll discuss it because we discussed the TikTok bill quite a bit on Monday with Justin Robert Young. So if you want to get the lay of the land on that, listen to that on Monday. And then I'll be on Politics with Justin on Friday talking about how this happened and what the next steps are and all of that. But the bill that would force ByteDance to either divest itself of the U.S. arm of TikTok or stop distribution of TikTok in the United States passed the Senate. So President Biden is signing it. He may have signed this by the time you hear my voice. So that the clock will begin ticking then. Once it's signed and published in the congressional record and it's legally a law and no longer a bill, then ByteDance, I assume, will very quickly file a constitutional challenge to it. So there's a couple of things to keep in mind if you're someone who uses TikTok. It's not going away the minute the law goes into effect. The law says that ByteDance has 9 months to divest itself of the U.S. arm of TikTok, and that the president can extend that 3 more months. So it could be up to a year.
Yeah.
If ByteDance needs more time to finish or something like that. But they basically have 9 months to decide to divest it and start getting that arranged. And as I said, ByteDance is going to challenge this in court. They successfully challenged a somewhat similar law in Montana in court and won. The general opinion is that banning an entire app without a whole lot of evidence that there's any security threat behind it is just banning it because you don't like its speech. And there's mountains and mountains of precedents and legal theories on both sides of the legal aisle, all sides of the legal aisle, that say you can't ban speech in the United States just because you don't like it. The government can't even ban Chinese propaganda. There's a famous court case where they tried to get the U.S. Post Office to stop delivering Chinese propaganda unless the mail customer filled out a form that said, yes, I do want to receive this. And that got struck down in court. Said, no, you can't do that. So there's strong protections about that. Casey Newton has a pretty good article up on his newsletter today that explains that the one thing that the United States might be able to convince a court on is national security. The courts tend to give the government wide leeway in national security issues, but you can't just go into court and go, national security, so it's banned, right? You have to convince the court that there is, in fact, a national security threat, and that will be the interesting part. And it might be part of the court case that becomes classified. Because a lot of the briefings around this have been classified to say we have secret information that shows the threat and we can show Congress people that, but we can't publish it to the world because we don't want China to know what we know. It will be interesting to see if this will call their bluff on that. Like if they have that, they're going to have to bring it into court to show the judges.
Interesting. So let me ask you this question. Let's say they get the 9-month deferral and it even goes the extra 2-3 months or whatever that the president can do. Either way, if there is a dead date, meaning a date where, okay, well, everything's run its course, they lost their case, it is being banned. If you have this app on your phone already, like a lot of apps that disappear from stores, Google Play Store or the App Store, if you still have the app on your phone, it's still there and it runs, and in some cases, services tied to it are still running. In this case, are they banning like servers and IPs and like how do they actually enforce this thing?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the executive guidance on that is. Generally speaking, these kinds of things say you can no longer distribute it. So it doesn't stop the service from continuing to be available if you have the app on the phone. Yeah. It will just say you can't list it in your app store anymore. If that's the way it goes, if you have TikTok, you can keep using it as long as it works, but you won't be able to get software updates for it through your app store. So eventually it might, become a security threat for you just because it's broken, or it might just stop working altogether. There is, of course, using a VPN to go and tell the App Store, I'm in a country that isn't banning. I'm not in India or the United States, right, or China, where you actually can't get TikTok in China. You can only get Douyin in China. Yeah. So you could use a VPN to get updates that way. Some people might do that. Honestly, in reality, a lot of people will just stop using it because even though it still works, they know that the tide is moving against it, and it would probably move a lot of people off of it.
Yeah. Well, just don't get comfortable, TikTok fans. That's all I'm saying. Don't get
have a backup plan.
Right? You've got a year, at least, right? And my guess is ByteDance will get an injunction when they file the court case saying the clock shouldn't start ticking on this law, and if they do that, then the clock would not start ticking on the law until they're done with their court case. There's a couple ways that could go, which we could keep it happening in April of next year, but it's likely not going to happen until mid to late next year, if it happens at all. Of course, the other small chance is that they sell it. that they come up with some way that satisfies the Chinese government, who is opposing a sale, ByteDance, who is opposing a sale, and the 60% of Westerners who own ByteDance. ByteDance is 60% owned by non-Chinese people.
Yeah.
If they can come up with some way to satisfy all of those people, which doesn't sound likely to me, but it's not impossible, then maybe there's a version of TikTok that continues owned by Microsoft or some consortium of investors or something like that. Whether that could interoperate with the rest of TikTok, I don't know. Like you start to go into fan fiction land at that point.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see how it pans out. I don't know. The whole thing is, I'll be honest, I kind of just need him to just like make the call. Like not that I need things today, but I'm just so sick of like this back and forth. And it feels like we've been doing it since like 2017 or something, when that administration was all on a warpath to ban it. That didn't happen. And then it felt like it all calmed down for a long time, and now here we are again.
With the executive order and said you can't do this by executive order.
Right.
And that's why we have this legislation. It's like, well, if we can't do it by executive order, let's pass a law, which is the right way to do it.
Yeah. So there you have it. Tom Merritt, this and many more things will be interesting today. I can promise you guys that. Did you know, everybody, that Meta is considering making their operating system for the Quest
available across the board?
Yeah, almost open source or not open source, but licensing it to other stuff.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
Meta keeps trying to use the word open so that you'll make that mistake.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
really.
They are licensing the proprietary elements of Horizon OS to other people. Those people are paying. This is not open. Horizon OS was already open source.
Right.
If you don't mind not having the best parts of it.
Right.
The bedrock of the operating system has been open source since launch, but there are tons of proprietary elements that make it work well on the Quest and other headsets. That is what Meta is actually licensing.
I think that's actually good for them to get out in front of, because the open source options for VR stuff is starting to build. There's like really cool stuff on the horizon, no pun intended, and they probably should get out in front of that. Even though it's not open sourcing it is them saying, well, it's all the work's done. Why wouldn't you want to just license this for your hot little headset, whoever brand, thing? So white labeling their service or their OS is interesting. So we're going to talk about that.
It's similar to what Google does with Android. Android itself is open source, but the Google version, you got to agree to Google's terms to get.
Yeah, that's right. Well, Tom, we'll do that later, and I can't wait. Anything else going on you'd like to mention to the folks at home?
Yeah, go check that out, dailytechnewsshow.com. That's what Scott's going to be talking about today. And we have got Charlotte Henry on the show tomorrow. We've got Molly Wood coming on the show on Friday. So all good things coming at dailytechnewsshow.com. Go check it out.
Go check it out. Tom Merritt, everybody. HD Tech on Twitter. We'll see you next time. Bye now.
See you, Tom.
All right.
At least in Vegas, when he gives a thumbs up, he won't freeze right after he does it.
Yeah, that'll be great. I look forward to that. It's very weird. It's just sometimes our connection, audio and video with him, are just funky, and I don't know why. Doesn't make any sense, because when I go on that show later today, or we have our meeting in Discord in about an hour after the show, no issues. I don't get it.
Interesting.
I don't get it.
Don't know why it's so different here. Discord is just weird. It's just it's situational or something.
Must be. In this case, it really must be. I don't know what's going on.
Do I have a giant mouth on me? People in chat are saying.
For only a second. It used to have. It was on Tom because Tom was frozen, so I had a mouth
to get an actual moving mouth on top of Tom.
Yeah. So when I killed his video, it stayed where you were, so I had to delete it.
Nice.
All right.
Do you think it did? That's my real mouth.
It's his real mouth and his head. Okay. I don't know who we're adding. Randy, that's who.
We're adding Randy.
Deluxe. Why isn't he? Oh, why isn't he showing up for me? Randy, did you accident? Oh, there he is. Oh, it's because I looked for Dandy.
Dandy Relux.
Turns out there are no dandies in our chat. They should be.
I would disagree that.
Good point. All right, how about some of this?
Well, what do you recommend?
Oh, look, it's a real dandy of a guy, Randy. Hi, Randy the dandy. How are you? Hello?
He's got a delay. He's laughing at something we said like 8 minutes ago.
Are you there, Randy? Is Discord all fruity today? What's going on? Here, let me try changing zones here. We're going U.S. West.
He's such a... Good morning stream.
Yeah, I know. I'm a little worried about that. He's typing. Sound issues on my end. Okay, no worries.
Oh, okay. All right.
We heard you laugh.
We heard you laugh. If you could hear us, I don't know if you could hear us.
Yeah, whatever you were laughing at. We heard it.
Oh, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. No issues, Randy. We'll patiently wait for your.
I fixed it.
There we go.
Yay! Fixed it. Woo! It's good to have you here, man. How are you?
Good morning stream. I had an entire thing with my PC the other day. We had a power surge like in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And then my motherboard just wasn't working. So I'm on the good side of a full reset. Like a CMOS build from scratch.
Oh, wow.
And Windows does not like it. Windows is like, you have ruined everything.
Yeah.
But I'm getting there. I'm slowly finding all the problems.
We had when we had our Blizzard Friday and Saturday, we had little blips, power outage blips, and two of them close enough in succession really screws things up because you get one, things restart okay in the right order here. But if you get two in the wrong order, or two, one right after another, the router turns on before the modem or one of these things, and all of a sudden something that I don't know becomes the new DHCP server. And so I spent Saturday night and Sunday morning, like turning off every router and switch that we have. We have a mesh network, but we have some wired switches as well, turning everything off and then turning each item on one at a time to make sure that everything comes on in the right order.
Pain in the arse. Is what that is.
Pain in the arse.
Yeah.
In my case, I had a hardware expert on the phone say to me, "There's no way your power surge caused this." And I'm like, I know I had a power surge because every device in the house, was affected.
Yeah.
But like, I'm sorry, it's very, very clear that point A leads to point B. It just was very scary because I was concerned that I'd lost everything.
Yeah, that can happen. Yeah. I don't even know what the right surge is these days. Surge protection. I don't even know what. I think I've got something on a whole setup that's supposed to be strong enough, but I don't really know. I haven't had a moment to know.
I am in the market, so hook me up. Let's talk.
Yeah, everybody talk about your favorite ways to protect your surges, and we'll implement them. Well, Randy, it's time for Recommentals. Let's get to it. We're going to start with Brian. Brian, you got a little something here. What do you want to say about your clip?
A little something here. Animated series that's part of a bigger world, a bigger universe.
Oh, a whole new world. Oh, it's not Aladdin?
It's not Aladdin. Sorry. Don't you dare close your eyes.
Why is there a talking lizard? Oh, no, that's a different movie. Anyway, here it is. Let's play your clip.
You know why I like you, Cap?
I can't think of any reason why you wouldn't like me.
You're a genuine good guy. There's no shenanigans with you.
Nah, I'm too old for shenanigans.
That's why you haven't even brought up looking for your boy. Because you know where he is, You're not even going to try to pretend otherwise. Is he going to try and break in?
I assume so.
I'll tell the guards not to shoot the teenage boy running at them with a stick.
Yeah, but you shot Annie with a trank and then shot her dog for real. It's very confusing.
Kid, you have no idea how confusing this whole last month has been for me.
You? You're her.
What is that?
Got to admit, I have no idea what this is.
Yeah, that is the only piece of the MonsterVerse that I hadn't seen, and so I fixed that. That is the animated Netflix series Skull Island, 8-episode, one season. Although the second season has been written and people are on board. They're just waiting for Netflix to greenlight it. Hopefully they do. This came out just under a year ago, June 2023, and it takes place in the 1990s. It's a 2023 release, but takes place in the 1990s. So after some of the events of Monarch, and after Monster Island, the one with Hiddleston and all those people, but before the newer stuff that we've been seeing with Godzilla and King Kong and all that. This is a group of people who get stranded on Skull Island and have to figure out a way to survive. Voices you were hearing there were Betty Gilpin, from Nurse Jackie and The Hunt and all those things of Glow, and Benjamin Bratt as Cap.
I like him. He's cool.
Yeah, there are a few well-known names here. Mae Whitman also does a voice. You know her from Parenthood, and she was one of the evil X's in Scott Pilgrim. Nicholas Cantu, Darren Barnett, Phil Lamar, Frida Wolf. Anyway, this is
Phil Lamar, you say?
Yeah.
Phil Lamar. I'm not kidding about that.
Phil Lamar and John DiMaggio in here, 2 Futurama boys are
Phil Lamar, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he
I
plays
glossed over that name because I didn't recognize it. But from Matt
Wait,
TV, yeah.
really?
Yeah, I didn't recognize the name Phil Lamar.
All right, well, man, he's one of my favorites.
He's amazing.
Cool.
He's in he's Samurai Jack, he's Hermes.
Samurai Jack,
he's,
Green Lantern. Yeah.
And he's the guy that got shot in the face in
the face.
Pulp Fiction. Yeah, he's the guy in the back seat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's got quite the career, that guy.
He is. Yeah, I know a lot of Phil Lamar apparently, and I didn't realize I knew so much Phil Lamar.
Sure.
Yeah, so this is right now the first season. It does have a story arc that somewhat concludes, that does introduce some things that make it ready for a season 2. But if a season 2 never comes, you won't feel disappointed that you watched season 1. I will say that this feels like, and I don't know if this was intentional, but it feels like a Saturday morning animated show from like the late 80s and 90s when it takes place. It's got a little bit of a not a X-Men 97 we're trying to make it look janky feel, but maybe they kind of rolled into that.
Definitely got some budget anime vibe.
Yes.
Here.
Yes.
Yeah.
The stuff, it's funny because the stuff with the people is pretty good. The stuff with King Kong is really good. The animation that they do for King Kong, for some reason, that's where they really worked hard. It's lore and it's canon in the MonsterVerse, but I will tell you that it doesn't. The things that happen in this have no bearing on the other storylines.
Okay.
Or the.
Brian's
kind of
out.
in a little pocket. Did I cut out again?
You did, but you're back. I think you're back. Sorry, it was a weird. It's made that
Discord!
sound. It made that sound again where you went away for a long time, but you did come back.
But it wasn't me faking it this time.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
So this is it's all part of the MonsterVerse lore and canon, but nothing in here. Nothing happens in here that references anything that happens in any of the movies or the other TV shows. It exists in its own thing, but it's part of canon.
The thing is poorly marketed. I didn't even know this was out there.
Yeah. It wasn't until I was looking up until we watched Godzilla, the 2014 Godzilla for FilmSack, that I realized, there's a whole part of the MonsterVerse that I haven't seen yet. And
the poster notwithstanding. Does this series have the monster front and center, or is this one where we're focused on the people and he's kind of in the background?
More of a 50-50, right? The King Kong you don't see until maybe the 3rd episode or 4th episode, but there are plenty of other monsters on Skull Island that you encounter before then. And so it does focus on the people, but you get a lot of these other monsters, and some of which, like those weird. You can see in the bottom left corner on the movie poster, the one that has like a weird exoskeleton skull thing over a lizard body.
Yeah, down here on the right.
I think we see that in one of the films. Okay. Like we see that specific monster.
But these are all things that are coming from the island. These are all native.
Correct.
Okay.
These are all right. These are all island monsters, and
crossover.
My gosh, there are a lot of them.
Not crossover kaiju type stuff or any of that.
No. There's a kraken. But
you
kind of get that idea also from the movie posters. It's Skull Island. Listen, it's not. You're not going to say it's the best thing you've ever seen, but you're also going to have a good time if you watch it. It's not. It's got like a 75 or 80% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. It's well liked, and if you're doing all of the MonsterVerse films, there are far worse things you could spend your time watching. But it's a nice little quick enjoyable thing. 30-minute episodes that feel like you're watching Saturday morning cartoons.
And if you're searching for it, remember Kong Island is a movie. This is just Skull Island.
Just plain Skull Island. Right. Yes.
Nice. Looks good.
Brian, are you going to watch the Gamera Rebirth series?
Oh, I see. Now this is something I haven't heard of.
A coworker just told me about this like last week. There was a Japanese series that was made sort of at the same time as this one.
Okay.
And it's in Japanese, all Japanese stars.
Oh,
and it's also it hit Netflix.
Oh, this looks good.
Last
2 weeks
year.
ago.
Yeah, this looks great. Wow. Yeah, I probably will watch this. This looks cool.
Oh, look at
I've
that.
been into the animation lately, like the, Wolverine and X-Men. I think X-Men 97 may have gotten me back into the mood for some animation of varying quality.
That's great.
But this is gorgeous. I like the look of this a lot.
Yeah, it's
For
got
me,
some
the
trippy
for
art.
me, the mood has to be to read the English subtitles. Like that's if I'm in the mood, it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
But if I'm not,
I like a lousy dub. I don't mind a dub. Give me a
I was
nice.
going to say, how's the dub on this? I hate when animated characters' mouths don't match the words that they're saying.
Yeah. Well, you'll get some of that, I'm sure.
You'll
if you do
definitely
the
get
dub.
some of that, but probably not as bad as if there was live action.
Yeah. I like me some bad dub. I'm not a.
Yeah.
I don't hate it.
Then you'll like Skull Island.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Good deal. All right, let's move on to Randy's pick this week. Randy, set your thing up for us. What do you got here?
Everybody's talking about this. It's not going to be a big surprise. I sent you the very, very beginning. This is not going to actually be that great, this clip, and it's because this is a person trying to do comedy in real life, and it's just like you got to see it to really get how funny it is. But the person here has gone to another country, and he's standing on the doorstep of someone who is not expecting him.
All right, excellent news. Let's start with that.
Hey, is that the package for you? What's up? Your package for you?
Yep, coming.
Did that sound like me? Hey, Jarl, come on out here!
Holy shit!
Ah, look!
Oh my god! Conan!
Yeah, I came to see you!
You came all this way just for me?
Yes!
Oh my god.
Just for you. You're
Wow.
trembling. Wow, this is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, my goddamn Crocs out here.
That's you and your Crocs. That's okay.
Yeah,
That's okay.
so authority,
It's so nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Yeah.
100%. Wow.
So you didn't know I was coming?
No, not at all.
Yes! Fantastic.
All right. I recognize that voice. Tell us what it is.
This is Conan Must Go.
Yeah.
And for some reason, if you search it online, it's called Conan O'Brien Must Go. And I really thought it was just called Conan Must Go. Conan Must Go is a travel documentary where the comic and famous host Conan O'Brien attempts to go to foreign countries and never present anything of that you would find in a travel documentary. He really is actually going out of his way to be in weird situations, things you could find anywhere or things you could only find there, but he finds it and presents it as just like absolutely disconnected from the country itself.
Yeah.
So this first one is in Norway. He is, he's just traveling around. Like it's kind of like sets up the whole series. You get to know like that there's a cameraman with a drone and like it's so focused on him and these individual people that it's just funny and it's like this long joke and it's funny all the time.
I'll tell you what, one of these, it's like a subgenre of comedy that I am always in on, and it's when you send somebody like him out into the world doing shit. Other examples, Michael Palin had that around the world thing he used to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have
Eugene Levy recently.
And that was really good too.
Yeah,
I like the Jeff Bridges or Jeff Goldblum thing, even though
Goldblum's thing. Yeah,
he's not really a stand-up comedian or even a comedian per se. He's funny, but it still worked in that way, right? I love that. Even that Better Feed Phil thing, which is basically Phil Rosenbaum going around the world eating food that's ridiculously beautifully filmed. It's just food porn, but there's something about Idiot Abroad, another good one. All that kind of shit, totally up my alley. This looks like my jam. I cannot wait to watch this. We're gonna binge this.
And it's not that you will learn nothing about the locations he goes to. It's just that what you learn is going to be useless. It's going to be absolutely a nothingness because Conan is standing out on the street and stopping a complete stranger and asking them random questions,
Right.
or going to some kind of like local thing, like like in the Norway episode, he goes to a village where people pretend to be Vikings, and like you go, oh well, that sounds like something I would do as a tourist. It's not at all. And what Conan does is just play dress up and charge around with a sword,
Yep.
and it's ridiculous and it's funny, and I wish they had made more. I hope they make more. I hope there's a future where we get a lot of these, because he is perfect for this. His perspective is constantly, what's the funniest thing going on here? Let's put the camera on that.
Yeah, and we're all having a moment with him anyway, so let's celebrate it and do all the shit. His podcast is great. His appearance on Hot Ones was legendary. Like, it's time to realize that you picked the wrong horse, NBC, with your freaking night thing. He should still be on there. He should still be hosting it. Not that I'd rather not have him doing other cool things.
Yeah,
we
get him maybe even in a better scenario with this. Really.
Yeah.
He's 60 now, and I think that ship sailed a long time ago for him. He is really, like, in this series especially, he is like saying out loud, "This is the kind of thing that I want to spend my later years doing. I want to be making jokes and finding fun things and sharing them with people." And that's enough for him.
Yeah.
Like I imagine that going forward, we're going to see, late night is catching another generation of younger people like Taylor Tomlinson, that kind of thing.
Well, that's great. Conan O'Brien Must Go is on HBO Max right now.
And the 4 episodes are Norway, Thailand, Argentina, and Ireland. And again, doesn't really matter where they are. Like, you're not gonna go, oh, we should watch the Argentina episode. I mean, yes, there will be soccer, but
it's not necessarily something you watch. Oh, we're planning a trip to Thailand. We need to watch this beforehand.
Oh yeah,
know exactly what to check out.
Yeah.
He's when he dressed, he's in Norway and he's got like a full on like Viking beard and stuff. That's cool. I like that.
Yeah. He again, like the Norway episode, the through line for it is the guy that he goes and surprises and meets is an amateur like musician. And so Conan drags the guy into a studio and Conan records a song.
Yeah.
Conan makes up the words.
Yeah.
And then they get the song all set down, and then Conan's traveling around Norway trying to find someone to play the song. And he does at the end. He finds like a radio station that'll put the song on the air.
Yeah.
And it is so ridiculous. It is just like you will love this. I promise you will love this from beginning to end.
They should have had Andy Richter drive him around. That should have been the other thing.
That'd be great. Yeah.
Oh
my God.
They're probably done with that
together.
Well, that's great. Check that out. Again, Conan O'Brien Must Go, available on Max right now. It is funny how close yours is to mine. Mine is kind of a proto version of this. It's very old, but I've been binging it. Oh, no, you know what? I didn't choose that because it's not streaming. Sorry, my brain just went left. I should have gone right.
I was going to say, yours is just a stand-up hour, right?
It's just a stand-up hour. So if you remember back in the early 2000s, Dave Attell had that Insomniac show, which was basically him going around town in different cities after midnight, from midnight till daytime, to just find out what jobs were happening, what bars were open, like that kind of thing. It's in this vein, right? Well, the reason I got confused is because what started me on the Dave Attell train was he has a new special out. I watched that, which we'll play a clip for in a second. And then I went and got on somebody's Plex server and binged all those old Insomniac episodes. So in my head, I'm recommending Insomniac today. I'm not. All right. I'm clearly not. I'm talking about this instead. Here's my clip.
I'm in San Diego, which is my most favorite town in Mexico. And, that's where SeaWorld is. Do you know SeaWorld? The aquatic Auschwitz? Either way, yeah. A big puddle of sad, if you ask me. Now, I'm not an ocean guy, all right? Even though I look like I know my way around a tugboat. I'm not an ocean guy. Hey, you know what? You see me in the ocean, I'm going to the bathroom. Yeah. I was down at the wharf. Have you been down there? Fisherman's Wharf? Oh my God. I think I did it. That is the only place where you can step in dog, man, and seal shit. Yeah. Yeah, the trifecta. I did it.
All right. That's
I look like I should belong on a boat joke is because he spends the entire special dressed up like he is about to step into Deadliest Catch.
Oh, big time.
He
That's
looks
how he dresses
precisely
now.
like that.
That's all he dresses like now. Like if you see him in his interviews that were promoting this, he's all about like a beanie all pulled down. He looks like a stinky old fisherman out getting fish. But anyway, David Tell, who's also in his 60s now, is a really funny comedian. I think I used to really like this guy a lot back in the day. I found him to be extremely edgy, which of course he is. But also there's something real lovable about him. And I heard he had a new special on Netflix, so I binged it or watched it. It is David Tell Hot Cross Buns. Yeah, watch it and you'll understand what those are if you don't know what those are. A lot of people already do, but I didn't until I watched it. And he also does some weird, almost Insomniac style stuff at the end. So stick around. Don't
Oh, really? Pre-credits, post-credits kind of thing?
Kind of. I don't even know if they're showing credits during it. It's like this weird offshoot separate show thing. It's hard to explain, but it felt like Insomniac. I think they should hire him and do a whole new season of that because that show was freaking great. You'd follow like garbage people around or the sewage system people that had to work the night shift or whatever. They were always really funny back in the day. But anyway, David Tell, Hot Cross Buns, new hour of comedy. I think it's a good special. You know, it's up there with everything he's ever done. I think he's probably got some better records under his belt, but it's fun seeing him age into a slightly different tone. And I don't know, I had a good time with it. It's on Netflix, available now. Yeah.
The reason I didn't suggest this, and I watched it when it hit Netflix, is I can't believe how badly they balanced the sound on this thing. It like if you have the wrong setup, all you're gonna hear is the crowd laughter. It's so weird. The crowd laughter for me was so freaking loud. Well, and I don't know, maybe they fixed the sound.
I don't think they did. I think you're right. It is inconsistent. I think my feeling when I came away from it was because it was filmed in a very small club and as opposed to some arena or something. Not arena, but like, you know, if you see, I'm trying to think of a recent one, Mulaney up on stage, his is a big 1,000 feet, you know, whatever. But Dave his whole vibe is like small club scene. And this felt like a small, smoky, you know, Laugh Factory kind of vibe. And I think the sound in there just kind of sucks. So
Netflix is usually pretty good about fixing problems after the fact. Like I have had many times where I'm like, I'm check something out a month from now, and then it's good. They fixed it.
Yeah.
Just this was like the day it came out. I put it on, and I'm like, am I going to turn on the subtitles here and turn the volume down? I don't know. It was really, really bad.
No, I agree. The crowd balance was off. Yeah.
I don't like subtitles for comics because my eyes cause my brain to get ahead of them. You know what I'm saying? That feeling.
Yeah.
I do that with video games. If I have those on, I tend to skip dialogue, even though I'd rather hear it than read it. But I still do it because my brain gets ahead with the reading. It's weird. But yeah, it's very good if you're into David Tell. If you don't like David Tell's comedy, you're probably not going to like this because it is very David Tell. Like he has not changed for you. He is what he is, and he is still doing what he does. And I find him hilarious. So go check it out. That's David Tell, Hot Cross Buns, available on Netflix now. All of these will be up on quicktms.li as they are already. Like magic.
Yeah.
Like magic.
Like magic.
So go check that out. Randy, is there anything you'd like to say before we send you on your way?
I just want to say I hope you guys have a really, really good time on your trip. Unless I magically show up in Las Vegas on Sunday, this is gonna be the last time I talk to you for a couple weeks.
Yeah,
and it's just like it looks like it's gonna be really, really good.
Yeah, should be fun.
We're totally gonna miss you. We need to get you and Nicole and Steven. We need the whole TMS and FilmSec family and Dunaway.
The crazy
2025. Yeah.
The crazy thing about living 4 hours from Las Vegas is I don't actually live 4 hours from Las Vegas. I live either 1 hour from Las Vegas, which is the flight time, or about 8. Like the drive over there is never free and clear, ever.
Yeah. But they're working on it.
Yes.
Little bullet train, little speed light rail thing, monorail or something, whatever kind of thing happening.
They're doing one from Salt Lake down there too. I don't know how that's going to look, but that got approved. Yeah. So apparently I'll be able to hop on some kind of train thing in the future and just go down.
Not from Denver, no.
Our commute time though isn't as bad. Like for whatever reason, well, I know the reason. We just don't have as much traffic from LA, but
Yeah.
LA is just like clogged traffic in here. Occasionally, if they're doing some kind of road work, we'll get stuck in a mess. But for the most part, it's like 5 hours, bam, bam, boom, you're done. So Randy, move out here is what we're saying.
I think you're gonna have a great time, and as I've told you, I'm working on our list. I think we're gonna have a really good summer season for FilmSack. It's a lot of really fun things.
Cool.
Do you want my list of post-apocalyptic movies that aren't called Mad Max?
I was here, and
okay,
I just gotta join whoever said, "How is Shaun of the Dead not on this?" Like it is the best post-apocalyptic movie
It's
ever.
pretty great. It's on there, but it's like low on the list, right, Brian? It was like way down, like 30.
Yeah, it was like in the high teens or 20s or something.
Yeah, so somebody thought of it.
People said it, just didn't make not enough to make it up there.
That's right. Check out this weekend. We'll have a film sack up. It'll be a round table where we take your questions. Yeah. So,
and then the following week we get started on our summer of fun.
Summer of fun. Get your
Have we decided what our next movie is, or do we want to wait and announce that?
Give me some time. I'm
All
just
right.
Totally fine.
I hate this moment when it's like less than a week until the end of the month.
Yeah.
Ooh, this
Right.
is hard.
All we know for sure is it is not Crossroads. That's all we know for
not
sure.
Crossroads. So if you watched Crossroads, sucker!
Well, good news. If you're a patron, Brian did a thing about Crossroads that will go up on
right.
Tuesday or something next week.
You get a mini bonus sack bonus sack from me, all about Crossroads.
Yep.
I'm gonna do one too.
Oh, you should.
Okay.
Go for it.
Yeah, you should. You totally should. Let's all four of us do one, and then we'll wonder why we just didn't do a whole
the three
episode.
of us. The three of us.
The three of us,
should
not
do it.
Dunaway.
Each of us.
basically.
Yeah, exactly. We should do these solo sacks about this movie that Dunaway doesn't want to watch.
Oh, I don't want to see that movie either. So it's you two. You guys do it. Yeah, I have zero desire. But we desire to see you again here on Recommentals. Bye. All right. There goes Randy into the ether, everybody.
Nice.
Whoops, sorry, wrong button. Somebody sent me a compilation of these wrong button things I do sometimes.
They're really. Oh my gosh, I bet that's funny.
I haven't played it yet though. Was it Racer? No. Who sent this to me? See, I might have it right here. If I have it, I'll just play it.
Yeah.
Wasn't Knox? Who was it? Was it Bantha Fodder? No, not Wooj, man. Man, I talked to too many of you. Was it Kip Singer? Oh, this is it.
Cool.
Okay, this is great. This really is pretty great. So this is a compilation of all the times I guess I hit the wrong button, which is a lot. All right. And it was from, I want to give him proper credit. This is from Kip Zinger, a.k.a. Greg in our community. He made this. It's amazing. Enjoy.
But probably not searing them with boiling water.
Whoops. I don't know why that played.
Like,
Oh, shit. Why is that playing?
TIMOTHE.
Oh, my gosh. That's loud.
America, it's different because X is
Right now. Did you get a chance to play it all?
I had a
Sorry. I don't know why
had
that
a
played.
chance to.
Sure.
I personally, I
What is
love.
that? I don't know why that's playing. Sorry. What's the word?
Yeah, like a little 24-hour deal. Recovery.
I don't know why that played.
how many pages of manga would it have to be to convince you?
Sorry. No, wrong one. I did Bill again. Hold on. Here's Bobby's.
Like 3 games a day and drop them like.
Whoops. That was loud.
Like
yeah. No. It'd be like 90. Whoa, shit, don't play that. Oops.
Well, what do you recommend?
I don't know why that played twice. Sorry, everybody.
I'll give you that.
All right. I look forward to
Dunaway.
humbling you. Whoops, sorry. Go ahead. We shouldn't feel that way about our
She's
knives.
absolutely right. You know, there's-
Sorry. I have got the jumpiest soundboard today. Apologies, everyone. All right. So a quick note about that. The reason this happens, Brian is a shortcut key on OBS. You're number 4. So when I hit number 4, it goes to you. Here's me hitting 3. Here's me hitting 4. Chat room. You can see me going back and forth, right?
Okay, right.
Now, if I accidentally have my soundboard in front of me, number 4 on the soundboard is this. So that's why that one is so prominent. It depends on which board I'm on.
That's the best one because like that one keeps coming up in the that clip, and it's if you listen to this like it's all happening in at one time and not a bunch of little clips. It's like this button just keeps getting in your way, and you're like, damn it!
I know. It's really a frustrating. It's annoying because I just need to glance real quick and go, what's in the foreground? Okay, OBS, I'm fine. Hit 4 and Brian, up comes Brian.
Does anyone have an extra, Elgato Stream Deck that they can send Scott so he can actually separate his soundboard from his?
It wouldn't work. It wouldn't work.
Oh, really?
I have a Stream Deck wherever it is.
So it doesn't it won't let bypass whatever the frontmost application is or whatever and just go right to soundboard and only trigger things there?
No, it will do. So here's the problem. It will let me go, open OBS or open up Farrago, but it won't let me say play what is normally in the X position on Farrago.
Right.
Like it's just application stuff. Now I can do scene switching stuff with OBS, but it's just a little fiddly. It's just easy. The way I have this set up, I literally hit 4, there's Brian. 3, there's Scott. 2, there's both of us. 5, there's the screenshot of the Tadpolly thing. Like, it's easy. Gotcha. But if I don't have it in front, I'm pushing other buttons and everything's suddenly that damn thing.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Wow.
Anyway, thanks a lot for sending that in. That was great, Greg. We appreciate it. All right, we're gonna get out of here. Quick note: has this happened to us? Is the question.
Okay.
For TMS, hi Scott and Brian. So I'm wondering if this is something that has happened to you. I used to be able to recite all 20 of the something betters from the movie Roxanne. All 20, but now I can remember only a handful. Is there something you used to be able to remember entirely, but now not so much of? For me, it was like early Bill Cosby albums. I could just rattle them off.
Oh, yeah.
God,
now you say that, I could do the entirety of George Carlin's Class Clown.
Mm-hmm.
Like, boy, do you want me to give you? I could say something that would make you have to go back and censor this episode. Do it. How quickly I can do the piss shit fuck cunt cocks on the motherfucker and tits.
Wow, that put us there. That put us there. For sure.
Still can run that out like that. But and all the wonderful wino radio and the hip, what was it? It was hip. That one that Carlin used to do.
Yeah.
Hip,
yeah. There you go.
But that's it. Those are the only 2 or 3 things that I can remember from those albums. And it's
always comedy albums. I did the same thing with Eddie Murphy Raw. I used to have that kind of memorized.
Yeah.
That got me in trouble sometimes with family.
For sure.
Back in the day.
But it's funny because I was looking at this, like the 20-something betters, like, oh my God, yeah, the scene where Steve Martin bets that he can come up with 20 better insults about his nose than the guy who says something in the bar, and he says like, okay, how about Shakespearean? But forsooth, it is a nose that I gaze upon, blah blah blah. Or how about Brooklyn? Hey, is that a nose you walking here? Whatever. Like he goes through and actually comes up with 20 specific categorizable insults about his nose that were better.
And it's him in a room full of people, right? He's
in a bar. Yeah, he's in a bar, and he's got the whole crowd laughing with him at this guy who says, "You got a really dumb looking nose," and he says, "Oh, that's the best you can do."
I gotta watch.
Oh man, I love that movie.
Yeah, that movie's
I need
great.
to go watch Roxanne.
That's super into it back in the day. I haven't seen it in ages, but I loved it when it was out.
Plus, I'm all over Steve Martin stuff right now because of the that Steve Martin documentary. It's so good.
Yeah, I got to see it. You said last time I talked to you, you were like halfway through. Did you finish it?
Halfway through the first one. I'm finished the first episode, getting ready to watch the second.
Nice.
I took a break from it to watch the last bit of Skull Island and Crossroads and the thing I'm going to recommendal in 2 weeks next time we're all together.
Nice. Well, there you have it, everyone.
Yeah.
Thanks for that note. We appreciate it. And that's going to do it for today's show. We will be back tomorrow. We have a Thursday edition of the show. It'll be Wendy's last episode before some of you see her live in Las Vegas. So tune in for that tomorrow. Don't know what we're talking about yet, but we'll find something cool. And if you've got a question for Wendy, now would be the time to send it. That'll do it for us. Filmsack.com/TMS is our website. All things are there. That'll do it for us. Brian, let's take us out with a song.
Wendy should talk about FOMO because there's going to be so much of that being experienced in Vegas because there are so many events and things, unofficial events that are going on concurrently, like, oh man, I want to watch DTNS, but then we got some people going over to the Pinball Hall of Fame, and then we've got this other thing going on. So, maybe that's a topic if she needs one, of like talking about how to deal with that and how to just get over it.
Yeah.
Just say you can't attend everything.
How to lose your FOMO. What if there's a way?
Yes. Yeah, maybe. All right. Let's go to, and for the people who actually can't make it out there, that's another good one right there.
Sure.
All right, this is going out to Ash, who wrote in and said, Scott and Brian, I just completed a part of my trans journey. Yay! I added that last part. I officially changed my name to Ash, so I was hoping to get a cover of Shania Twain's Man, I Feel Like a Woman played. Thanks for the show, guys. Love you, Ash.
Nice. Congratulations. Awesome. Well done.
Very cool. Well, Ash, I'm not going to play the version that Britney Spears and Zoe Saldana and Taryn Manning sing in the film Crossroads. Go check out my Patreon bonus sec. But I'm going to play this version right here. This is a band that, if you hear me on this show, you hear me over on Coverville, this is one of my favorite cover bands of all time. Scott Bradley's Postmodern Jukebox. It's the dude who did all that great music for BioShock, the most recent BioShock game.
Oh, Infinite? I love that soundtrack.
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
So good.
I did not know that was him. That's
it
news
was
to
all
me.
Scott Bradley, like the God Only Knows on the little floaty thing that comes by you.
Yeah,
and
that's
the woman
right.
singing, Will the Circle Be Unbroken, or whatever she's singing in the waterfall area. The sewers. All right, let's go to this one. It is Shania Twain's Man, I Feel Like a Woman, sung here, performed here by Scott Bradley's Postmodern Jukebox.
Get more at frogpants.com.
I ain't got to narrow you, Reedy.
No, you don't. You ain't got no